It all started with a cookie.
And now we're in the Shining Spire.
It seems even taller on the inside.
After everything it took to get here?
The stakes of our quest seem daunting.
But if there's one thing we've learned
from the many challenges we faced,
and the friends we made along the way,
it's that we have to keep moving forward.
And even when there's no light to follow,
there is power in the dark.
There is power in the dark.
There is power in the dark.
There is power
There is
in the
power
dark.
There is
in the
power.
dark.
There is
in the
power
dark.
in the dark.
There is power in the dark. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jester's Court. My name is Casey Reardon. I am your dungeon master, and joining me today, as always, and possibly for the final time in Power in the Dark,
Ever.
we have Rachel Kordell.
Gonna say, for the last time on Power in the Dark, I am the aimless wanderer turned terrestrial traveler, our cosmic druid of the Circle of Stars, Artemis Alwyn Kroft.
Yo!
She did it! She landed the
Very
promise.
nice.
Yeah!
We have Sky Swanson.
Renald DuCane serving up a heaping plate of homemade goblin fries.
Ooh.
As well as
homemade.
We're taking
homemade.
it back.
I'm not eating those Lucy Buckle version. As well as brother slurp-esque. Which, by the way, for all the people who keep emailing me about it, slurp translates in Draconic to slurp. So it's not that.
Thank God.
It's onomatopoeia in both languages.
Exactly, yeah.
We actually get it in English from the Draconic. It's one of those
It's
inherited
true.
loan words.
That's where we get it in common.
It's true.
Cockney.
We have Andrew Frost.
Hi. I played Leo, and it was a blast.
Oh,
It's not done yet.
Because he exploded.
Oh, right. He's dead.
Exactly, yeah.
Remember?
It was a horrible accident.
That happened after the whole thing with
Just for
Tess last
everywhere.
week. It's just
Yeah.
Leo blew up.
After
Missed it.
recording, Casey let us know that Leo spontaneously combusted.
Yeah.
And he blew the
Horn
horn
had a
again.
delayed effect
He blew
from when
the horn
I
again.
dooted it. Yeah.
And of course, we have Jonas Tintenseher.
And did you know that centaurs are technically insects? The railway wizard, the centaur steam trucker, the four-hoofed steam
We're going
train.
through all of them.
And that's all she needs to be. And I've been Snøfrid of Åsbrush.
Oh, signing off! Oh my God.
We're not signing off yet, guys. We just got
That's
on.
the end of our broadcast.
That was so
Goodbye.
Oh, boy.
Now 20 seconds of silence.
All right. Well, should we just jump right back into
Let's
it?
jump right in there,
I
baby.
think so.
We're in combat.
My God.
Well, we were, as the mechanical dragon that was housing has collapsed down to the ground. It is now in pieces as the body of Hesk, now reunited with the magic of change, stands before you, fully aware of where he is and what has happened to him. And seeing this, the other two drones, the last two, just kind of both try and get up into the vent at the same time, collide and explode.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, no.
we're drones.
I know, the poor drones. Lucy is finishing up her work behind this barrier, and she turns around and sees that Hesk is out of his cage, essentially.
And he's doing just fine.
Her eyes go wide as she hits one last button, and the shield in front of her goes down for a moment. And she says, "Oh, you're too late. In a mere moment, the engines will be full and we will launch. Even if you stop me, the launch will still happen and my people will live on. I will succeed, a hero. And you, And then all of a sudden, as she's monologuing, there's a flash of light behind her.
Ooh.
And
What?
you can see that the bar that has been slowly filling up this entire time that says Chaos Power Engine slowly starts depleting.
What?
She turns around as she sees the light from her periphery and she's like, what? And then suddenly 5 spirits appear in the room. They seem kind of blurry at first, but they all are in this same bluish tint as Finley and the other spirits that you've encountered before. And each one of them kind of steps up to one of you as they slowly become slightly more clear. The first of them is a massive gray-haired furbolg with a long flowery beard carrying a knobby tree branch covered in leaves. And they step up to Artemis.
Huh.
A gnome woman with a messy ponytail and red hair, with a freckled farmer's tan and big hoop earrings, steps towards Leo and smiles. The third is a bronze dragonborn with a beautiful blonde mullet flowing behind him, wearing denim robes and carrying a cattle brand.
What?
They step up to Renald. The fourth of them is a humanoid with large poking rat teeth and a vest embroidered with the acronym MAGI, who first looks over to Chaos and sticks out his tongue before stepping up to Hesk. The final figure takes a little bit longer to fully appear. We first see his blue clothing, complete with robes and a hat, a mess of brown hair underneath, and large circular glasses.
Horace!
As Barnabus steps up to Snøfrid.
Oh, Barnabus!
Each one of these figures steps up to you and places a hand on your shoulder, and you feel this surge of energy within you as what feels like the power of magic starts swirling into your very souls. Each of the figures then starts to turn away from you towards Lucy and, in turn, flip her off. She looks at them startled. What is going on? Barnabus turns back to you, Snøfrid, as the others slowly fade away and tries to say something, but the sound doesn't quite make it out before he just sighs a little bit and mouths, "Thank you," before disappearing as well.
I don't know. I do want to say something back to the specter of Barnabus, but I don't know what it is. So I think as they fade away, I think Snøfrid just mouths the same thing. Just "Thank you, Barnabus." Just mouths that back in case he can't hear us.
Yeah.
Barnabus protected you.
Yeah, he's my babysitter.
He did the thing in the end.
He came all the way to
He's your
the spire.
babysitter.
Oh, I'm gonna
He's your
cry.
babysitter. It's beautiful.
As magic's power swirls within you, you feel this surge of magical energy.
Ooh.
And each one of you can refill up to 15 levels of spell slots.
Okay.
For
All
each
right.
level spell slot that you don't use, you can use to heal 5 hit points.
Well, I only got to fill 1 second or 2 second level slots, so
I got 2 slots and full health.
that's gonna be 55 health right there for me, baby.
But now I got magic in general.
Oh my god, that was awesome! Oh, the Hogler, he was there.
The Hogler in the flesh.
Renald is like looking at all of you guys, like, "Oh, that was him. That was the Hogler. I was telling you about them. That was the Hogler. Wasn't he impressive?"
Oh man, that hair was beautiful. Like,
I kind of thought when you mentioned him that he was a cryptid and didn't actually exist, but
No, he was very real. He wrestled a lot of people on those streets.
What?
guys, are mullets cool now?
mullets have always been
think
cool,
they are.
Leo.
That's the thing, Leo. They've always been cool. As Snøfrid turns and they have a mullet suddenly.
Oh, shit.
They take off that hat they've been wearing the whole campaign, and it's a mullet underneath.
Who's that little lady with the earrings? I like those too.
Yeah, did anybody recognize any of the other people?
Oh, no idea.
No, I did not know a single other person.
Other than the Hogler, maybe, but no, I don't know who any of them are.
I mean, the Hogler's famous. Everybody knows who the Hogler is.
How many spell slots can I put into a woe slot?
You can't.
Okay. I was curious,
It's
like
okay.
it was like if I just like put the rest of them into it.
15.
15?
You put 15 in.
All right,
Put all
cool.
15 and get 1d6 back.
Sick.
How many can I use to get back my
Well, that's fine.
Unleash Incarnation? That's like a spell.
15.
So yeah, as the mist clears and Lucy's like thinking, like, just so should we beat up this old lady though?
I feel like that's a good idea.
Yes.
She turns to the screen where the bar has now gone down like to a quarter, and she says, "Do you have any idea how long that took to fill up? That right there is like 10 years. Fuck it." And she punches into the console. And you see that this dark purple chaos energy starts winding up her arm and going into her body. You can see her body slowly kind of starting to morph as it is fusing with the energy from the chaos power engine. And you see it goes down to a half. And she is fully taking in 10 years of this chaos energy into herself. And we are going to go ahead and roll a new initiative.
Oh,
Whoa.
so excited.
Here we go. Is Hesk, like, leveled?
Yep. Heska's
Oh, yeah,
has been
baby.
Oh,
leveled
okay.
up when he refused with magic. Or
Oh,
with chaos.
all right.
All right.
Do you mean with change?
Change. God, what am I saying?
I was about to ask, like, wait, what?
Well,
Something I don't know?
No.
Can I also have dismissed my turret in this this middle time?
Yes, there would have been plenty of time for you to do that.
Renald, quickly go chase down those last two drones that got away.
I will get them. And he jumps into the vent. We just hear,
That particle was incredible.
It just falls the whole way down. Oh, I love a good sky Doppler.
20 and
it's
up.
a fun thing. Renald, 21.
25 for...
You gave me
Bro,
hope.
it's plus 13.
gave
You
me
can't yell at me.
hope.
You
You
can't
gave me
yell
hope
at me.
for a second. You paused too long.
I'm sorry. I was happy.
I also got a 21.
All right, I mean, I'll just eat shit then.
I'll tell you what. You want
What
to
did
take a
you
couple
get?
of mine, so I can also be 21, and I'll give
thought it
you
wasn't that
4
bad.
points.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you 4 of my roll, Jonas.
Hess got a 13 as usual.
Oh,
Has got a
Classic.
13.
twinsies! I also got a 13.
Hey,
Aw.
what's your initiative? Mine's -1.
Oh, I'm +4. Yeah.
Could Hess say something to them before the combat starts?
Please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think there's this visual of, like, you guys kind of gathered up ready to face Lucy, and maybe Hesk is, like, behind you guys still recovering on the ground. The spirit blessed him, and there's this moment of him, like, standing up, this, like, figure behind them. And he says to all of you, I have betrayed your trust. I was not myself, but the fault still lies on my shoulders. Will you allow me redemption? In at least this moment. And he looks to all of you.
Artemis steps forward to Hesk and looks at him and goes, in a time of personal weakness, you gave me kindness, and that kindness stretches into this. This was beyond your control. And we are friends. And you are still our friend. Come fight with us.
I think in that moment, Hess just draws his sword and it ignites with that green flame. And he just grins wide and looks at Lucy. And he just simply says, in Draconic, you're dead. Yeah! That was awesome. Oh my god, Rachel, that was a great line. That was good.
I never
shit.
forgot.
Yeah.
I never
Guys,
forgot.
the entire time that I've been like, oh, as soon as like Leo and everyone slaps him out, Leo's just gonna slap him mid-speech. You did shit things. Now get your shit together and help.
No.
Do it at the beginning of your turn.
Nah, I guess I could.
Yeah, that'll be an action.
Free action. I'll just
No. The slap is an attack. As we jump into this, Lucy, before combat fully starts, she hits one extra button, and you can hear drones moving through the vents, and you hear them kind of go towards the direction of the elevator and head down. She says, "I'll be dealing with you. They'll be dealing with your friends downstairs."
Oh.
And you think of the hags who are currently away, and you think of your friend outside as well.
And
Well, someone better go. I hope they're okay.
technically Isla, but
Oh,
Isla,
you know.
Not a friend.
I
not a friend.
mean,
Acquaintance at best.
Technically.
my friend. Yeah.
she says that, and Renald just kind of looks to all of you guys, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "This has become my fight, but it was never originally my fight. I will go rescue our friends. You all finish off with Lucy."
I mean, okay. Sure. Yeah, that's a good plan.
And he summons his echo like 60 feet away and then switches places with it, and he's already out of the room, basically.
Godspeed.
Yeah, he's in the elevator and he hits the button and he just
Exactly.
has to
Get him out,
wait for
buddy.
the doors to close for a minute. But he's like,
It's a 15. It's only a 15-foot range on the summon, so you're just like swapping back and forth the whole way.
Shh, how dare you do that to me in this final moment.
all right. We are at the top of round 1 in what is most likely the final fight
I don't like that.
of the campaign.
I don't like that most likely.
Yeah, you know, who knows? Who knows
There
what'll
might be a
happen?
Sephiroth kind of
That
situation.
one red drone comes back up.
I was chaos all along.
Leo, you are first to act.
First to act. I think seeing Hesk's cool fiery sword, Leo just looks at it for a little bit, and with his free gauntlet hand, the projector in the middle starts to glow a little bit. A basically hard light scimitar appears. And
Ooh.
Skipitar?
I said scimitar for some reason.
Scimitar.
No, it's a scimitar when it's made
It's
of
a
light.
scimitar.
Exactly.
You're right. Sorry.
Slice and dice, let's rock and roll, baby. And Leo's gonna charge over.
All right, Leo rushes over towards Lucy and charges her with his scimitar.
And then that takes an action to get the scimitar, so I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Is it
But I'm there.
Does that count as magical already, Leo?
That counts as magic, yeah.
Okay.
All right. After Leo, it is Artemis.
Oh boy. Playing pretty much the same tune because I'm still in my cosmic entity form.
Archer form.
Archer form, yeah. I am going to move to close slightly, but I'm going to bonus action attack with my archer bolt arrow
Okay.
with a 23 to hit.
So you fire off
See how
this
this
archer
reacts.
bolt towards her, and she is going to use her reaction to look at you, and suddenly her face shifts to the salesman as she looks at you and winks, and she is using her reaction called Instinctive Charm. So she is going to divert the attack to another creature within range, which is going to be Leo,
Oh no!
and you need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, boy.
Artemis.
Sure. How's a natural 1 do?
No!
With a natural 1, this is
Woof.
the Lucy Buckle, all right? She makes the best food in the entire world, and you're shooting a starbolt at her? No, you can't do that, and your hand just kind of twitches to the right, just trying to stop the spell, but it goes off and fires at Leo. Leo, does that hit you?
What was the
20
Yeah,
something?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah. 20 something around. Okay. It's 12 damage. Is this a lasting effect or is this a momentary?
That is a momentary effect for the attack.
Okay. Well, I shake that off.
What was that for?
I don't know. And
Like a singed an eyebrow. Huh.
and then I'm going to is the word rebuttal? Rebuttal.
Rebuke?
I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt at her.
Okay,
Screw
make an
that.
attack roll.
Retort?
Retort. Yeah, retort. That was the word. I'm going to
There
retort
you
with a
go.
guiding bolt.
Okay.
Same Same roll. So the
20 something. Yeah, that hits. And what type of damage? Is it radiant?
yes, radiant.
Cool. All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
Mhm. I will.
All right.
Do it then. All right. Okay. Okay. 15 damage.
15 points of damage. All right.
Yeah.
So you first are lining up your starbolt and then are like, do I really want to hit Lucy? And move it away. And then you're like, no. Yes, I do want to hit Lucy.
yes.
And then you fire the guiding bolt at her, hitting her for 15 points of damage as this starry energy lands into her, illuminating her with all of the starfire around her. And she is just going to sneer a little bit, and she is going to take a legendary action.
Oh boy.
And she is going to look to you, Leo, and say, bye. And she's going to just kind of place a hand against your chest, and I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
Is that the spell she's casting?
Okay.
It's not a spell.
What? She's not casting
Ugh.
banishment?
Nope.
That's a 10.
Oh boy.
That's not a
With
face
a
we
10,
want.
Leo, your spirit is shunted from your body
Oh.
I got
She
Doctor
warned him.
Strange. Oh, come
into
on.
the ethereal plane. The way that this works is you basically can't do anything to the material plane while on the ethereal plane. Your body is just going to sit there and can still take damage. You need to use an action to pull yourself back into your body and realign yourself, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Does he like collapse or does he just stand there?
His body just kind of stands. Actually, no, yeah, it probably would fall over to the ground as your spirit is shunted out of the body and
Oh
you're
my God.
now lying on your back looking at yourself and just
Oh,
looking at
whoa.
the ethereal plane.
Whoa. Did I actually die this time? Did I actually die this time? Oh, God. I thought I couldn't do that anymore. I thought I got a boon.
And Lucy looks at you and just winks.
Stop winking.
It's my whole thing! All right. After Artemis's turn, it is the Layer's turn at initiative count 20. For the Layer action, everybody starts to hear these whispers in their ears. It seems like it's almost coming from the walls themselves. Maybe it's coming from down below you. Maybe you think it's coming from the spirits that are held in stasis as their voices kind of claw into your head. And I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw.
Myself included?
I got a plus
You
10 to this.
included.
Oh, no one
Okay.
is close enough to get the bonuses for my auras. All right, I got a plus 10 to this. We got this. There we go. 24.
24 succeeds.
15.
15 succeeds.
Nice.
There'll be a 6.
Non-natural 1.
Oh, geez.
All right, 2 successes, nothing happens. For those of you who failed, you both immediately need to use your reaction chaotically that cannot harm anyone. So if that is blasting off a cantrip using your reaction, if it's shooting a starbolt, but your reaction is gone.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
That's fine. Comes back at the
Man.
start of my turn.
Yeah, you'd get it back at the start of your turn.
Still, that's cool.
Yeah, no, that's bad because I was going to counterspell her. I think
Exactly. So how are you using your reaction?
I think I was waiting for a counterspell and it just goes off early and just kind of like I think this is the spell and I shoot off this blast of abjurative, no magic, and just splats on the wall.
Yeah.
I matrix dodge it.
You just kind of matrix dodge out of the way in the ethereal plane,
Right.
just hearing these voices. Amazing.
They must be here with me.
Oh, where am I?
All right. After the legendary action, it is now after the layer action, it is now Lucy's turn. For Lucy's turn, she is going to look to you, Snøfrid, and she is going to cast a spell at you. Oh no, I already used it. Oh no! I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
If only I was 5 feet closer to you. Oh my god.
It's okay. That's a 22.
Oh!
22 is a success as you feel this almost mind-numbing chaos of thoughts erupt into your head as she is trying to confuse you. But you shake it off.
Joke's on you, Lucy. I'm always confused. I don't know what the hell is going on right now.
Did you just Hulk this combat?
Yeah.
Ugh, fine. And she's going to move up towards Artemis, and you see that her arm almost extends outwards. It's not really her arm. It is this chaos energy that kind of goes up her arm with the attack into this tendril and slams against Artemis. And this is going to be an attack roll that she gets to make as a bonus action.
Ooh, she moved in range of Hesk. That might change what I'm going to do.
Not within melee range of Hesk.
Within walking to that melee range of Hesk.
Oh, sure. Ooh, probably a miss with a 12.
It does miss with the 12.
All right.
And I still have my reaction, yes, because I passed?
Yep.
Yeah, so I would like to Hellish Rebuke.
I think they have to hit for a Hellish Rebuke. I could be
Do
wrong.
they have to?
Read the description. I think it says when you're hit with
right,
an
when you're
attack.
damaged.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind, I have it, so choose wisely.
Okay. Winner.
When you are damaged, but it doesn't have to be an attack. You can do it if you're hit by like a spell damage or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, good to know.
After Lucy's turn, it is now Snøfrid's turn.
All right, my Eldritch Cannon shield pylon having reconfigured into a little gun turret on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
That's
I
so
will
fun.
triumphantly hold up the scroll of magic weapon, and I will walk over to Hesk, and I will say, Hesk, Kefan Herazine Bratha, and I will cast magic weapon to give you a +1 to attack and damage, so you can
Amazing.
smite Lucy Buckle.
Amazing. I love
I love to see it.
And then I
love
will
that.
fire a force ballista at
Hesk
Lucy.
responds to you
Yeah.
with Sutwe Bratha Utelen Etrak, which means I welcome the change against my back.
Right.
Oh, that's so cool.
I understand it perfectly.
Yeah, you do. That's sick. Oh my god.
All right, let's make. Do I have any dice that make this number? Yes, cool. So I will force ballista Lucy, which is a spell attack roll, but not a spell.
Yep.
Ooh, that is a 27 to hit, baby.
That's definitely going to hit you.
Oh.
And it is force damage, correct?
It will be force damage, baby.
Great. Good to know.
Yummy, yummy.
All right, all right. She takes a sick 4 force damage
You know what? Hey,
Alright.
damage is damage.
and is pushed back 5 feet.
No, why'd you push her back 5 feet?
Stand back. Take those 5 feet.
All right.
No.
Your force ballista lines up a shot and fires out, and it just hits her chest. Her feet are like scraping against the ground, kicking up dust as she kind of regains her footing and looks to you now, Snøfrid.
I will use the rest of my movement to go into melee and kind of circle around behind her.
As much as you can, yeah.
I cramp myself on the wall.
Absolutely, yeah. Awesome. That is going to then bring us to the bottom of the order with Hesk. How's it feel?
It feels great to be Hesk again. I won't lie.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
feel Hesk is a powerhouse of damage, and I'm so excited. I also remember it's not 25 feet of movement, it's 30 feet of movement. So Hesk gets
Yeah,
right
you're not
up.
small.
You got big old stompers, dude.
Hesk gets right up. I think before you leave Snøfrid, if there's possible to have a moment there,
Yeah.
I think Hesk just kind of looks to you, and he's just like,
You have followed your destiny here. As I said when we were imprisoned, you have greatness within you.
and then you do all that. We have the moment, it's great.
Can I respond to that?
Yeah, yeah.
I say, I don't know about destiny, Hesk. We followed you.
Oh,
That's good.
wow.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Oh, that's so good.
Let's get this
Take
capitalist.
Take a sky-spiration.
Ooh,
God
sky-spiration.
damn, that's good. This is worthless. All right, yeah, Hesk basically approaches Lucy menacingly, a sword out to his side. It's magic weapon. What does that do?
+1 to attack and damage. So,
Okay, then. Now, my ability gives me a +3 to attack, so would I have +3 to attack, +1 to damage?
You'd have +4, it stacks.
4, yeah, it stacks.
Stacks. Oh my god. All right, so now we're rolling with each of these hits, +13 to hit.
On that first one, she says, Really, Hesk, after all we've been through? Wisdom save, as she uses her instinctive charm again.
Is this a charm effect?
Yeah, it would be. It's called instinctive charm.
While you are conscious, friendly creatures, including you within 10 feet, can't be charmed.
All right, there you go. She attempts it.
As she like winks at him, Hess just like furrows his brow, and he just simply says, not simply says to her, but
My people were controlled for over 100 years. If you think I will let that happen again, you are dead wrong.
and he is going to take 2 swings and a bite at her.
All right, make those attack rolls. Come on.
These are all going to be magical slashing.
Great.
All right, so first attack is a 30.
Yeah, that hits.
Second attack, come on, let's keep it going. A 26.
Hits.
Come on, baby, come on. High number, 20.
Trifecta.
Another 26.
There it is.
All right. All of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Go roll some big numbers.
Let's see here. I am going to do 2 second levels and a 3rd level smite.
Hey.
There we go.
So that is going to be 4d6 plus the bite, which is a 5th d6. Then it is going to be a 3rd level smite, which is going to be 4d8.
So 10d8, 5d6, 10d8. You have +5 strength.
Yep, I got +5, so then that's +10 on top of all that. Let's roll this damage.
15, you got 3 attacks.
That's +15 plus the 3 from magic weapons. That's +18. So that's 5d6, 10d8 +18.
Okay, then. 83 points of damage. It is so good to be back. So basically, he just whipped like this sword glowing as he just like slashes her twice and then grabs her and bites into her shoulder.
With each slash against her, you can see like her blood just kind of popping out, but from the blood, this purple energy, these tendrils of chaos kind of linger and spear out at you, dealing damage to you with each strike.
I think it's one of those things where Heska's just like taking the damage as he's wailing into her.
Relishing in it.
You know, he's relishing in it.
So you are going to take 20 points of
Worth
chaos energy
Worth
as
it.
you deal 80 what?
83 points of damage, and I get 2 temporary hit points.
Well, those are going to go away with the corrosive, the chaos energy. But yeah. All right. She doesn't look great after 80 points of damage, but she is still up, and I would say that she is bloodied at this point as well. But
Really?
Oh, you're not going to just add a 1 in front of her?
she is then going to use a legendary action to place her hand against you, Hesk, and try and shunt you into the ethereal plane.
Ooh.
So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I got +9 to that. Is this charmed, diseased,
No.
or frightened? Okay,
None of that.
+9. We
Be
got
frightened
this.
into the ethereal realm.
That's a 28, baby.
Yep.
You are not
She is
stopping Hesk.
trying to get rid of you, Hesk, as she places her hand against you, trying to shunt you away. You can see that, like, she is scared. That is why you are the one that she picked to corrupt, and it is not working anymore, and she
I
is
feel powerful right
frightened.
now. Oh my
Yes.
god. I'm absolutely
Very
having a power
much
trip
are.
right now. Ego is full swing.
That is going to bring us to the top of
Beat
round
their ass,
2.
baby.
Leo, it is your turn. You are on the ethereal plane. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use my action to step back into my body,
Okay.
like some kind of meat suit.
And you are prone on the ground.
I like to imagine that there's just kind of like, you know, that stillness of just like, oh my god, is Leo dead? And then there's just like a full body, just like Gary's mod ragdoll flop. And then he gets up.
Can I say, Leo, throw me the gun?
I pull the gun out, just throw it that way. Is that even an action? Would that be an action considered?
I figure object interaction.
Object interact, sure. But he didn't have it on him either, so picking it up would be one. Like drawing it would be one.
Oh, gotcha.
Prepare to throw me the gun.
I drop one of my swords.
Actually, I could just go over and take it off you.
Yeah,
right?
that's
If
probably
it's,
the
if it's like
easiest
on
way
your
to do
belt.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll
Never
just. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if that's the case, I'll get up. I waste half my movement, but I will bonus action dash over to Snøfrid and shunt my hip over
Yes.
towards.
Great.
Stroke
Love
your
it.
chin for me, Leo. Stroke your chin.
My hands are full.
Get
Stroke
within my
that
auras.
He like he reaches up and stabs himself in the face.
Amazing. All right, that is going to bring us to Artemis's turn.
I am in your your aura right now.
Correct.
Yes.
Hesk's
Okay.
aura? Yeah.
Yes.
10 foot.
Yes, everybody but Leo. Oh no, and everyone's
No,
in.
Leo's in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we're gonna keep up with the same song and dance, but I'm gonna upcast Guiding Bolt. I think,
Hell
but I
yeah.
think first we're gonna start with the arrow. We're gonna start with my
Sure.
little arrow because it's just you got to do it first because I like doing
Yeah,
a
you might
bonus
as well,
action.
right?
I like doing it first. 22 to hit.
That hits.
Of course it does.
Of course it
You
does.
darn
Of
tootin'.
course it does.
You
Of course
darn
it
tootin'.
does.
Her
Darn.
resistances mean nothing.
And
Good.
nothing. 15 damage.
15 points of damage, all right.
And now the Guiding Bolt. Are you
Nice.
gonna do something?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Okay. That's not natural 20.
That hits.
Perf. And
This is just
because
wailing on
Just
Lucy
clap 'em.
right now.
Clap 'em.
This is awesome.
Mhm.
whale,
This is what I've always wanted.
we're having a whale of a time. Okay, and then because of the upcast,
We love a good victory lap, you know?
We love
It
a
feels good.
It's a
Victory
great
lap.
victory lap.
Because of the upcast, it's 8d6. Hold on.
Ooh.
Did you
That's
do
a
a
lot.
fifth level?
Yeah, 5th level.
Oh my god.
You never get to do these, you know?
Yeah, no, deserved.
I mean, this is the time.
That's a lot of big numbers.
Yeah, I like how
Thank
Renald was
you.
like, maybe I shouldn't use my action surge and such, and then he just left. What a
Yeah, I
dingus.
know. In hindsight, I forgot that I wasn't going to be Renald in this final fight, potentially. So
Okay.
I should have used that. I could have done 6 attacks in one turn.
Would have been good.
Delete Lucy.
He would have also done like 83 points of damage potentially.
Oh, nice.
He would have failed those wisdom saves, though.
He would have failed all those wisdom saves. He had a 5 to wisdom.
34 damage.
Woo, boy.
There you go.
Just,
All
You
right.
just see, like, she takes her constellation, her stellar bow, and she pulls back and she shoots a bolt. And right after that, she does a little spin move and conjure up all of her celestial energy and goes ahead and, like, Kamehamehas this big old guiding bolt and shoots it right at Lucy.
Love a fat guiding bolt.
And she fully gets blasted by this guiding bolt and looking around and feeling rough right now. You see that she disappears and 4 of her appear all throughout the entire control room.
Real fast, Casey, I have blind sense 10 feet. Did it feel like she teleported away or did it feel like she ran away?
Teleported.
Damn. Okay. I still might be able to use this.
Can you sense, with blind sense, can you tell if that's like a physical person or illusion, or are they all like simulacra?
There's one within 10 feet. Do I feel anything?
They both feel physical.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
That was going to be a cool moment if I could have just turned straight to her and be like, you cannot hide.
That would be dope.
It is now Lucy's turn. On her turn,
Boo.
Boo.
a cloud of noxious gas just appears in a 20-foot radius encompassing all of you. And I need everyone to make me a constitution saving throw as it hisses out of the vents, basically. You can see each one of the Lucys is basically typing on the computers that
This,
are all around the room. It is
okay.
technically a spell, so you
Wouldn't that
could...
be a cloud kill she's casting?
It would be.
Counterspell.
Yeah.
Are you upcasting or are you rolling?
I believe I can't. I don't have 5th level slots, so I can't auto do it. So this is just a 3rd level counterspell.
Okay, go ahead
I
and
roll.
make your roll.
Easiest
It's
roll of
a
your life.
DC 10 plus the spell level, so 15.
Yeah, that's a 23, baby.
Three counter spells.
Clouder
and
spelled more like, whoa.
the counter spell does not go off as one of these Lucys.
The cloud
takes
kill
a-
does not go off.
What did I say?
Counterspell,
counterspell.
which was very
That-
scary.
The
I was like,
cloud
what?
kill does not go off
Okay.
as Lucy, one of these Lucy's arms kind of extends and hits you, Snøfrid.
All right. I think what that looks like is like the vents shunt open, and I just like jam my code sphere onto a nearby console, and the vents just go and shut right back up.
Yeah, basically.
I was going to say that you got the vacuum pack from Luigi's Mansion.
That is going to be a 25 to hit.
Damn it. Well, that hits.
Okay. So you're going to take 11 bludgeoning damage,
Yeah, that's not bad.
and then
Uh-oh.
10 chaos damage.
Oh,
For a little old lady, you punch so hard.
Who said I was old?
You're
I mean,
1,000.
I am, but I don't look it.
You look like a haggard old elf
No,
who
I
hasn't
don't.
slept in
Not haggard.
1,000 years.
No, I look great. She looks in a mirror. Oh. Ooh.
Look, not to take down other
almost
women for their appearance,
don't
but
wanna kill her
lady,
now.
You see, as a legendary action, she flicks her wrist and she looks beautiful again.
honestly, for 1,042, you do look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic, honestly.
That means so much. Now die! All right. After Lucy's turn, that is going to be Snøfrid's.
I wish I had my temporary HP.
I think you also notice at the end of her turn, you can see all of these Lucys have the same nanotechnology that you have, Snøfrid, stitching up her body.
Okay. I will move across the room toward the other 2 Lucys.
Wait, take my gun!
Oh, yes.
Take my gun.
I would like to object interaction, grab the gun off of Leo's thing, because I do actually have a free hand as a blade singer.
Okay. One of them is going to take an attack of opportunity against you as you leave its range.
I'll take the attack of opportunity, that's fine. And I will run across the room to get within 30 feet of the other 2 Lucys and cast a 30-foot cone repulsion wave. So they need to make con saves.
Nice.
That is a natural 20
Oh,
on the attack of opportunity.
Silvery barbs,
Okay.
which I can do, because it's my turn again.
Yeah.
yeah.
Natural 19.
Okay, at least it's not a crit.
Not a nat 20.
Yeah,
not a nat
that's true.
20.
Very true.
You are going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 13 points of chaos damage.
Totally fine.
And then she needs to make a what save?
The 2 Lucys on the other side of the room to make con saves, and I will give the advantage to Leo.
Okay.
Thank you.
The first one got a 19. Second
Success.
one got a 10.
Fail.
Okay.
Let me roll some damage. Ugh, bad roll. 17 force damage, halved to 8 for one of them.
Okay, you see one of them disappears
Cool.
as it was made of hard light, and the other one does take the damage.
Yes.
It takes
bad.
the 8, but
And she will be pulled 15 feet toward me.
okay, 15 feet. All right.
Or actually, maybe I should. They got melee attacks. No, that's fine. I'll be fine.
Yeah, they're still they're 10 feet away from you, I think.
Yeah.
15, I think. Anything else, Snøfrid?
Bonus action, push her 5 feet back with my gun.
Sorry, what?
That's a 19 to hit with my force ballista.
Yep, that hits.
I'm just trying to disorient her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just a
Whoa.
push and pull. I'm getting
That's,
mixed signals here.
That's 11 force damage, and she is pushed 5 feet back.
Okay, she is looking pretty haggard at this point.
You and me both, lady.
Snøfrid, how are you doing on health, by the way?
Bad.
Bad? Okay, cool.
After Snøfrid, it's Hesk.
I moved just up to Snøfrid. Snøfrid, how many hit points are you down?
55.
You're down 55? Okay, I heal you for 45.
Ooh, you place your hand on Snøfrid, and the magic of change just flows through you into Snøfrid, and Snøfrid, you are feeling much better.
I look to Lucy, and I just say to her,
You are alone now. Give up.
I'm not alone. Look, and she points to the 2 hard lights.
That's so sad. You got to know that's sad, right?
Well, once we get into space and I wake everybody back up, then I won't be alone anymore. I've been alone for a very long time.
She just wants friends, guys.
By your own choosing, though.
going to cast Shield of Faith on... What's your AC, Jonas?
23.
23? Okay, I'm going to cast it on myself.
Yeah.
Probably smart.
They got a 25. Like, they just got a good hit
Yeah.
bonus.
Did you cast shield?
No, I couldn't. I just have
You have
that with my...
23 just with wow.
With
All right.
Blade Song, I add my int to my AC.
Right.
Yeah.
Spicy stuff.
All right. With that, we move into round 3, and it is Leo's turn again. Leo, you are in your body. What do you do?
Seeing them focusing the one Lucy, I'm gonna start running forward.
Sorry, Leo. Before your turn, she
Oh, yeah.
is going to use
Legendary.
a legendary action to attack you.
Okay.
She just knocks you right back into the ethereal
Could you
plane.
imagine?
No, she can't do that.
It's another rough day for Leo.
Yeah. However, a 25 is probably going to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit, yeah.
All right, so Leo, you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning
Okay.
and 14 points of chaos.
Ow. As she does, I'm just going, stop that, like that, stop.
No! How about you stop? How about you let me launch this thing?
Well, you're not even real, you're a projection. I'm going. And I'll start running towards the actual Lucy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go basically like kind of like an Attack on Titan like double sword spin.
Yeah.
But I'm way too far away.
Nice.
But you guys see, as like I launch myself up, I kind of shimmer blue for a second and phase out of existence.
What?
And then a little light shoots forward right in front of Lucy. I rematerialize and slash as I cast a Misty Step.
Dude,
All right.
Sick.
Make that attack roll.
I think that's a
All
Naruto
right.
jutsu that you just did.
I basically literally what Rock Lee does to Gaara during the Chunin exams.
Oh, yeah, that.
Such an iconic reference. All right. I have advantage. That's nice. Hopefully I don't muck it all up. I'm going to attack with the baton. I'll activate it
Okay.
because I feel like that's the smart thing to do.
Nice.
Natural 20, baby. Natural 20 on the second.
That's crit sneak attack.
Oh my god, that's
Does
so
it
many
also
die.
double the stun baton damage?
Not the baton, but it does do
Oh.
the sneak attack. So that's still like 10d6.
Yeah, so I get the
And she
original
wants to make a con
2d6.
saving throw.
Yeah, plus the con save 7d6.
She's
Whoa.
going to use a legendary resistance.
That's very
Oh.
fair.
Counterspell.
I was
Not-
like, can
not
I
a
woe
thing.
your legendary resistance?
No.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll add that on at the end, just doing 6. Okay, so I already did the
Give me
math for you
the
for that.
electricity damage separate as well.
Yeah, exactly. So that will be... And you said the sneak attack is double too?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That's why you want to crit as a rogue.
Oh my god.
And so far 41, and then that's 76 halved.
It's beautiful.
41 bludgeoning.
The silence before the damage.
Piercing. It's why would it be bludgeoning?
Although
Stun
I'm using the
baton?
stun baton.
Oh, it's the baton.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mistake.
Casey's
then-
like, I'm gonna
Like,
stab
what?
you with a
I
stick.
thought- I honestly thought it was a rapier because that's what he usually uses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be 12 damage of the stun baton for electricity.
You have the electricity to 12.
Yeah.
Great. And what's the other total?
It was 41, I think Jonas said.
41 bludgeoning.
Oh, nice.
That's funny that does more than the stun baton for once.
Bring her judgment.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
Whoa, we're done? Oh, jealous.
Listen, action economy, man. There were
Damn.
4 of us and one of her.
I wanted that so bad.
No, this is good. This is
That's
good.
so great.
As I kind of rematerialize in front of her, as I go for that little final swing down, I just say, "Told you I'd get him back!" Bam!
Nice. Nice one.
And you
Good.
just clock her in the head as the electricity kind of shoots through her. You can see the chaos magic that was kind of stitching her together kind of shoot outward back out of the Shining Spire into the world again where she had initially collected it. And she goes down on both knees and just says, I just wanted to help them. Before she collapses to the ground.
Cut her head off. No more Lucy Buckle.
No more Lucy Buckle.
Sew her to her duplicate. See how she likes it.
Oh, the duplicates kind of fade away. The hard light disappears.
Hesk will move forward. And is there like a balcony up here? Or like a door that leads outside?
Probably not. It is a spaceship. You can
Okay.
break a window.
Yeah, I think he basically grabs her by the back of her shirt or the back of her neck, basically, and with his sword, he throws it across the room and just smashes a window open, and is going to go throw her out the window unless someone stops him.
When the glass breaks, Snøfrid would stop him and say, Hesk, I understand what this means to you, and if you want to do that, then I won't stop you. But I think we should give her a chance.
I mean, Hesk said it best. We all have gone through changes here, but I don't know. Perhaps she is still capable of change as well. I think so.
It just seems to me that at the end of the day, or at the end of the millennium even, she was, one way or another, she was trying to do her best for her people. She just kind of sucked at it.
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of it.
There has to be a better way.
She failed a lot and made a lot of mistakes, and she still thought she was trying to do what's best. And if we, the four of us, are gonna judge, we can't judge her for that, right? We have to try and help her turn it around.
Hes kind of looks at you in slight disbelief, his eyes wide, and a little bit of that like feral look he gets every once in a while. Before he kind of looks down at her and looks back at you and just...
This journey has changed us all. Perhaps it is time to put the best foot forward.
And he drops her to the ground. And he basically goes to his knees as well, in slight disbelief that he's back and he's just kind of sitting there.
Real fast, because just based on this game and the fact that nobody knows how anybody's death saves are going, can I just go do like a medicine check on her to make sure she's stable?
I hit her with a baton.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a baton. That's true.
Fine.
She is automatically stable.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was
Yeah.
like, before she just dies and this beautiful moment of change, she's like, well, she already did, so
That
too
would be
bad.
pretty
How
great,
addicted
though.
do you think I am?
I would love that.
That'd be really funny.
I just anything is possible, and I'm not gonna play games.
Now that she's not, imminently about to take off and destroy the planet, we have some time to maybe figure something out.
There's room.
There's room.
There's room for change.
There's room for change, and there's power in the dark.
RP Justice.
You dork. You absolute dork.
Why are you saying all those things?
I go over to the console and I turn off all the drones.
You turn off all the drones, and down below you can just hear like a couple thunks as they all shut down. You also go over to the console, and you are able to find a way to drain this chaos energy from the rest of the engine. I think you all make your way back down to Heidi and to the hags. You go through the procedure to separate them, which does take quite a bit of time to untangle their souls from one another, but eventually manage to do it.
She stitched their souls together.
Jesus.
They did surgery on a hag.
And once the procedure is done, Heidi kind of looks to you all and looks to Lucy on the ground and says, "So, what's next? Do we go through with the protocol?"
Can you repeat the protocol again
What's
real
the
quick?
protocol?
To reinstitute the souls into their new bodies.
When you say new bodies, would that be all the robots we saw?
She nods.
I mean, that sounds like a good, right? But we should stage that maybe. I feel like big influx of new people.
Yeah, maybe do it on like a piece
Can
by
we-
piece basis. How many?
Can we do that in like boarding groups so we can?
Yeah, there needs to be a little bit more planned than just unleashing a new race onto the world, huh?
How many souls are there locked there?
3,457.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot, but also it's not that bad. It's like one good sized town.
My high school was bigger than that.
Wow. Jesus.
Same.
Holy crap.
The spire's not going to like explode if we don't do this immediately, right?
No. But once we run out of energy, the stasis will no longer be able to hold.
How much energy do we have?
We just emptied it.
She, runs some calculations.
Yeah.
6 million years.
3 years.
Oh, okay, great.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Cool.
Heidi, you're so good. Thank you so much. You're such a wonderful little robot friend. Themis, Estelle, Irma, how you guys doing?
Could be better, honestly. I got a massive headache.
Yeah, sorry about
No
that.
kidding.
Yeah, it's all right. Like we were saying, it was for the best. Honestly, kind of glad you didn't just run out on us like we said.
No, it was a good kind of lucky that you stumbled on us when you did.
I mean, Hesk would see Themis and what was the other one's name
Irma?
again?
Irma.
And Irma, and probably get a little like aggravated, or I don't know. He'd get a little.
That's a confusing reunion for
he
sure.
would get aggressive in that moment. He kind of drops Lucy. I assume he's been carrying her basically this whole time, and he goes to draw his sword, but it's gone. It was smashed out a window, basically.
Whoa. Hesk, easy, buddy. Easy.
You were aided in the transformation and my brainwashing.
Well, okay, yes, but we were not necessarily on the best page with Lucy either. We swapped sides. They kind of showed us that Lucy was kind of drawing us down a bad path. They ruined our relationship, like with each other.
Hesk turns to you three, clearly an aggravated look on his face right now.
Hesk, listen, we were in just as bad a situation as you. Well, maybe not as bad, but we were in a pretty bad situation as well.
There's no reason, we don't need to compare here.
Do not equate your situation to mine, to yours. You went willingly.
They helped us, Hesk. We couldn't have gotten here without them.
This is true.
They're good. They'll help us now. And they'll help us forever, probably.
Well, I'm not going to be in servitude to you all now.
This isn't the servitude. This is just
but you said we'd help you forever, and
as in fixing your mistakes.
Oh, sure, yeah, but that's not forever. That'll get fixed eventually, right?
I hope so. I mean,
I don't know what kind of reacclimation to change you might need to go through right now, but again, everyone here will continue to change, and we have the power to make sure that we change for the better. Especially now that you're back.
Hez just nods his head, and he's grateful for those words in this moment, and that certainly that calms him down. He's like,
very well. I have been gone for some time, and you all have grown so impressively. I am proud of all of you, and I thank you for saving me. It has felt as if dozens, if not decades, have passed by for me, but in this moment, it feels that not a moment has passed.
Can I just say, Hesk also has those like long pauses, but nobody interrupts him.
Well, we were used to it. We got used to it.
It was all deliberate, and we just heard him.
I sent a message to Sandra.
Yeah.
Just before, like, just as soon as we're heading down to take care of them, it's just like, hey, we're good. By the way, we'll be out in a bit. Everything's fine. Don't panic. Cool.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that this thing could.
She can't respond.
Oh wait. Never mind.
Just the horn honking.
Yeah, you just hear the
just
horn.
can't hear it.
Beep, beep.
Renald is down there with her, just being like, "What did they say? What did they tell me? What did they say?"
They said that everything's fine now, I guess.
Okay, tell them to pick us up.
I can't tell them anything.
Why
Did
do
you
you
see
mean you
this
can't
thing?
tell them anything?
It doesn't work that way, I guess. That's what
Okay.
that's what she said. I can't believe this mint green mid-90s Ford Taurus ate those bots. That was crazy.
I really
When
didn't
the
need.
hood opened up and just ate the robots.
I didn't need to come down here at all. And what's
Apparently
crazy?
not. It was
It looks like
terrifying.
it integrated the bots into it, and now it's faster, and it has a microwave oven, whatever that is.
I know, it can heat up food so fast.
That's crazy.
Where's Isla?
So,
Yeah.
at this point, we're going to kind of cut away from the scene. And Isla is not on the island, but you do see that there is a note that was kind of left by the mint green mid-90s Ford Taurus with alligator legs. And it just says, "Meet me where we first met."
Gotcha. Okay.
And from there, we're going to kind of cut to a couple of different tableaus. The first of which I think would be Renald. Renald, what does it look like after this adventure for you?
I think what we see is back in Wind's Sail, in what used to be a loosened buckle, a new sign hangs. And the sign reads the Lucky Halfling, which is something that Renald had never considered himself before.
Oh.
You know?
Aw.
Just absolutely the most unlucky person alive until he really met this group of people. They changed his life. And, of course, he got the feat lucky. That definitely had a big influence as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And I think what we see is inside of that. I don't know how long this is in the future. This could be a year. This could be a decade later. And we see Renald standing on his stool, looking through the little like chef's window, talking to one of the servers there. And when a couple of bounty hunters come in, these like huge guys, an orc, a human, and an elf as well, and they slam a wanted poster onto that ledge there with a clear picture of Renald on it. And what we get is Renald kind of putting his hands up and then pointing behind them, where every single patron of that restaurant has stood up and is now looking at those bounty hunters. And a few of them doing the fist into hand kind of motion. And then Renald just kind of like shrugs at them.
And I think if you don't mind me continuing this slightly.
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Renald shrugs and just slides over 3 bowls of stew to each one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he just slides over 3 deviled eggs to them across the wooden counter.
Yeah.
No, three bowls of soup. Yeah, 3 bowls.
Each one of them kind of looks at each other and sits down at the bar, not knowing exactly what to do. And
just being like, this isn't worth it. Don't do this.
They each try tasting it, and then with how amazing that it tastes to them, they like
Full
first
food
just
wars
kind of
moment.
sip it more of like, well, it's either this or get beat up.
Yeah.
They each take a bite, and then they just keep going, fully ignoring the fact that Renald takes the wanted poster into the kitchen and hangs it up next to dozens of other ones.
Yes, I was going to say, he hangs it next to a bunch of others. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I think that's Renald's end. He opens up a restaurant, and you guys eat there for free.
Leo, what does it look like for you after this adventure?
I think the camera pans down from the sun at its highest point in the sky and pans slowly down to a desert, vast and unending. In the distance, a form distorted by heat waves appears and begins slowly growing and coming into focus. We see the all too familiar sight of a mint green mid-90s Ford Taurus with alligator legs stomping through the sand.
He got the car, ladies and gentlemen.
But surfing the roof of that mint green mid-90s Ford Taurus is a tanned and scruffy Leo. At this point, his pompadour has risen to obscene heights.
A wasteland pompadour, basically.
I'm talking Johnny Bravo levels of pompadour right now.
Yes.
Of just straight up in the air, and on the back of his head, a luxurious mullet billows in the breeze.
Oh, love it.
All right, Dresmond, how much farther we gotta go for this core?
It shouldn't be that far. It should be about a quarter-mile or so.
All right, okay, cool. That's not bad at all. All right, Opal 6, how you doing inside there? You doing okay? Feeling all right with the controls?
I am doing just fine, thank you.
Alrighty, boys. So, is this your brother or your sister? Just so I know. Or in between, I don't know.
Well, Leo, we've been over this before. I was created as an AI. I was not born, I was created.
Oh, no, that sounds like basically the same thing. It's just, you know.
mean, I suppose we would be brothers, but
Aye.
that is in the loosest of sense. Ha! Loosest.
That's good, I like that.
How was that joke, Leo?
I enjoyed. That was a good one, buddy. Alright, let's clear this dune, fellas. Suddenly, a ringing is heard as Leo presses a small plastic brick up to his ear.
What?
Leo just has a cell phone now. He's just going, hey, what's good, Freddy? Just about to yoink Gobble 4. What do you need? No, that's awesome. Yeah, after this, I'll run back to home base. Need me pick up anything? I think Renald used the rest of the milk. Yeah, no worries. Listen, I'll catch you in a sec. I'll talk to you later, kid. I gotta say, these communicator devices are sick. I wonder how good the ones with the Kia are. And Leo flies off into the sunset, never to be seen again, until he's seen again. Until he's seen again.
Into the literal sun. Okay. Leo flies into the literal sun.
Snøfrid, where do we see you later?
I think it's a little montage of Snøfrid revisiting all of the techie locations that we've seen over the campaign. She's back at the sunken factory. She's back at the cannibal factory that wasn't a cannibal factory, just a regular factory. She's spending a lot of time in the spire and the little cave under the waterfall in Åsbrush where there is the ruins of an old steam train. And I think there's kind of two elements to it where she, in one scene of this montage, she arrives at the Keep of the Watchful Eye in a functional engine on the railroad track that used to run up the continent. And she gets out, she's by herself, or maybe has friends there, but it's not an attack. It's not like a battle. She gets out and she just has a ton of records and photographs from the portrait camera that we bought that I didn't get to use. And just a ton of evidence of like, hey, we were sorely misinformed. There's a lot going on out there, and this thing that we're doing is not working for us anymore. And then hopefully cuts in the montage a few more times as members of the Watchful Eye are, kind of disbanding and like recovering from the implants and that kind of thing. And then I think Snøfrid would lead the efforts to reintegrate the spirits into their android bodies at the Spire. And I think that's like becomes maybe even, I don't know if we can do this, but like I'm imagining sort of the Spire over time getting disassembled over decades, but like from the top down, just getting shorter and shorter, and all of that tech and all of that material getting repurposed to build a town on the island that the Spire once stood for these kind of new people to live in peace.
Aww.
And that they're, maybe this is then a much older Snøfrid or something, but it's early on in the town building, and she's overseeing a sign being put up at the dock, and the sign says "Memories Shore."
Aww.
Oh,
And,
I love that.
And I think one thing that I would like to add to this scene is over time, by the sign and just outside of town, you can see that several of these members of the old world in their new mechanical bodies have left and come back.
Yeah.
And each one bears a small stone, or several small stones, glowing with a blue light as they place each one of them in a newly constructed waterfall. And if anyone is ever to ask them about it, it is a shrine and a memorial to their fallen families, as the people who did not make it aboard the Shining Spire, their spirits were infused within the very earth of this world into the spirit stones and into the spirit pools.
Wow.
And they have collected them here.
And I don't know, obviously I don't know how Lucy kind of reacts or if we are able to rehabilitate her, but if possible, I would like her to be there putting up the sign with us, so that her people can live in peace.
I think it took a lot of time
Sure.
for Lucy to kind of get rehabilitated here, but what it took was seeing her people here and gaining their forgiveness for everything that happened. And whilst she's there for the sign being put up, she is kind of off to the side, as she doesn't necessarily feel like she is a part of this community, but you see several of them make their way over to her and kind of pull her over, and she hammers in the last spike.
Aww.
Yeah. And then the last thing then is, again, I don't know how far in the future, if it's when the town is self-sufficient or later on, but at some point, Snøfrid converts her train into a boat, sea train, if you will, and she leaves. The one thing the adventure taught her above all else is that the world is bigger and much more confusing than she thought, and she goes to see what lies beyond farther shores.
Artemis, where do we see you after this?
Meanwhile, back in the past, after the campaign, but in the past from everything we just heard, I think everyone who's interested in the situation with Isla, she invites to assist because she really isn't entirely sure of how to deal with the situation, but first she tells them that she needs to do this initial part alone and invites them to meet them back at Moon Sand at a later point. But she, pretty much directly after all of this, goes right back out to the crater, the impact location of the meteor, where I can just imagine that the glass is, or the sand has turned into glass from the heat of that impact. And from the beginning, I conceptualized that Moon Sand had this like crazy, beautiful, aurora-like sands, especially at nighttime. And I feel as in this moment that the reason why that is because of perhaps it's a high impact location and the glass from the meteor shatters, and that is what makes up those star-like patterns that you see around that area. But yeah, she approaches Isla and this entity within Isla alone.
Isla is standing over the wreckage of that meteor, kind of hands on hips, just shaking her head at the daunting task ahead of them, technically. And as you approach, they say, "This is going to take some time. Are you sure you're up for it?"
Yeah, actually. There's a lot that I've overcome and learned about recently, and frankly, in my growth, I would be honored to help you. In fact, I feel my people may be the best to help you, as we are this planet's scholars of the cosmic and the unknown. So, with the help of our circle, I think we can manage this. We're just going to need to make them not fear you anymore, because I'll be honest, all of them are going to have the same reaction as me, and perhaps I can build a bridge for us, but it's going to take a little bit of time. And I also think the next step of that is Artemis and Isla approaching Moon Sand, and the Star Druids probably being very fearful at first, probably even suspecting that Artemis may have fallen to their influence before she convinces them that they have a new goal, which means not just studying the stars, but reaching the stars and getting Isla back. So, with their help and the help of the party, whoever, Leo, Snøfrid, of course, and Hesk, if he wanted to help on that.
Not Renald, though.
Well, Renald's doing the restaurant thing.
I think the first part of this is assessing the ship and the collective telling you what they know about traveling the cosmos. And as it goes on, I think pieces from the Shining Spire are used to rebuild this ship in a more efficient way.
Definitely.
The collective is giving you, all of you in the circle, knowledge that they have of what is beyond the stars. And once the ship is fully constructed, they step inside with you and the rest of the Circle of the Stars druids, and you see that they place a hand on the center console, and there's almost this wave of mechanical entities moving down Isla's arm and into the console as Isla is let go, and the collective goes into the ship. And Isla has been conscious of everything that has been going on this entire time. She understands what has been going on, and from within the ship, the collective says,
"We have told you much of where we come from and of the stars. And it is thanks to all of you that we are able to continue moving forward
we would extend an invitation to any of you who would wish to join us. Your help has been invaluable to us, and we have caused many of you pain that we would like to try and atone for. All of you are welcome.
I think Artemis. This is such an interesting situation.
I think before you get the chance to respond, Artemis, Isla turns to you for the first time as herself in a very long time, as this has taken years to fully construct and put back together, and she says, Artemis, you are one of the best students I have ever had. No one amongst us, and she gestures to the rest of the Circle of Stars, have done even anything remotely close to what you have achieved on your own, and with the help of your friends, of course, but I don't know if I can stay here. The collective and I have been a part of each other, fighting for so long, and even now being of one mind for so long that it's hard for me to leave them. I will be going with them.
And I'll be staying.
She smiles as you say that.
To tell our story. To tell your story. And to educate on perhaps the next opportunity to go amongst the stars.
I expected nothing else from you. We will be back, and we look forward to seeing your progress.
Likewise.
And she gives you a big hug. And a few other of the Circle of the Stars druids join Isla in the shuttle as the rest of you stand on the sands and watch it take off into space. And as it does so, the light from the engines illuminates the sands, and it has never shone brighter than it does now.
And in that moment, because I'm controlling the narrative, I turn around and I look at my grandmother and Lados, who stands behind me, because at this point I would have sent the mail and I would have connected them. And they stand hand in hand with my mother and the rest of my family. And I just give them a big hug.
Oh.
And finally, where do we see Hesk after all of this?
Oh, man. I think what we see is first, it's shortly after all of us at the bottom of the tower and we are figuring out our next moves. Hesk walks away, walks sort of around the tower, and he finds his sword buried in some dirt near a small river or by the coastline, however far it flew away. And there's this scene of him staring down at it before he just walks away from it and leaves it buried in the dirt, looking out over the oceans with the waves crashing in the background. It then cuts to years, weeks, months later, where Hesk is helping the people dismantle this tower now. He is dedicating his life to helping others, a different form of change, the letting go his violent past and letting go his violent nature, as he realizes now that that is not a way to bring about great change, that is a unrealistic and problematic way to bring about change in this world. Something that he both learned from what happened to him, but also through his friends. And I think there's a moment of him looking over, or not even looking over the plans with Snøfrid, but Snøfrid talking with a bunch of other clear professionals, as if it's on a site, and Hesk is just kind of nearby, watching, seeing what the plans are, but he's not part of that group right there. But either way, afterwards, he congratulates Snøfrid and gets back to work. I think in that scene Snøfrid had earlier of hanging the sign, Hesk is there.
Sure, yeah.
Helping put up the sign, if you guys will allow me to insert myself occasionally here.
I mean, I hope everyone's there, honestly.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
And Arvoitus.
It's now years later, and the town is built up, and Hesk leaves. He has a cloak on. He carries no weapons other than a small knife, more as a tool than anything else. And he heads off into the world, basically, to wander, to discover, and to Prathahas. Bring change. Change flows. I think there's a scene of him and Leo screaming across the desert in that mint green mid-90s Ford Taurus, and they are laughing and they are having fun as they arrive, and an enormous worm or some creature bursts out of the sands. Hesk, rather than channeling his power to attack the worm, uses his energy to help them get away from that creature. And later that night, him and Leo share a drink by a fire, a new obelisk nearby them that they have helped find. I think it's more years later, and a little bit as gray is showing around his scales now. There's a little bit of change happening there. He's with, I think he's with Artemis now, and there's a great scene of them in maybe one of the traditional nomadic tents that her people have, and they are just sharing a wonderful glass of tea, and Artemis is clearly telling him a story of the stars. And it is weeks later. How far in the future did that liftoff happen?
Probably about 10 years.
About 10 years. Then that perfectly lines up. He's there with your family. And after you're done embracing them, he embraces you for as long as you need. And he's there for you in that moment.
You're making me cry.
As much as he can be before he says his goodbye to each of you, leaving a charm of change that he has whittled out of bone and other natural materials. Finally, I think there's there's a scene on, before that even, there's a scene of him in Renald's restaurant, where him and Renald, there's a scene of them just chatting at a table. Funnily enough, this is one of the first times they've ever really chatted.
After 10 years.
After 10 years, they catch up and they talk about the crazy experience they both went through, and they share some bread. There's a final scene with Snøfrid where he has seen Snøfrid the most over the last couple of years, and he returns back to that island. And there's a scene of Snøfrid next to their boat that they have transformed when they're about to head off on the discovery, and Hesk approaches them, giving them a small gift of another one of those charms. And in Draconic, he says,
Balon hasel Nialkrit,
which means be the river, not the stone. And then in Common, simply wishes you good luck on your journey. And I think there's a moment of them embracing. He presses his forehead to yours as a true sign of respect to you, and admires just how much you've grown since the first time that they had met those many years ago into the leader that all three of you have become. I mean, I spoke to you. Do you want to say something back, or do you want to just let the scene end there?
I think Snøfrid would say in Draconic, I don't have your dictionary, but I think she would say something like, "You have changed me, and we have changed the world." And then she would hang the charm up right over the controls.
He would smile, and I think there's a final scene of him standing. He now has a large walking stick that he has to lean on.
Oh.
As he watches out, the scales along the whole top of his head have turned completely gray as he watches you go. And I think we get a final scene of him, I'm tearing up right now, of him going back to that sword that was embedded on the beach, and with effort sits down next to it, the waves crashing in the distance, and he just leans against the sword, and we just hear the waves crashing.
And our heroes have truly changed this world as Chaos's influence is no longer here. With that, the warring parties of Varlumis have stopped. The Queen's mandate goes through as peace goes throughout the land. Technology starts thriving everywhere with these new, not war-forged, but soul-forged.
Okay.
Come into the land
I thought you were going to say peace forged.
and start sharing the knowledge that they have had from the past. But then we zoom in for a moment.
Oh, no.
30 years down the line, and we see Glenn Barnabus
Oh, god damn it.
and his assistant standing outside of Ruin's playground with the piece of technology that you received for him as they flick it on. And that is where we will end the campaign.
Oh,
my god.
Yeah, that's what I
man.
thought. That's what I thought.
Bastard.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm
Oh,
definitely crying.
man.
I'm definitely crying.
I'm not hydrated enough to cry, but I
Yeah,
would be
same.
crying.
I'm sweating too much to cry.
Your skin's
I was
crying
my
instead
I
of
was
your
skin.
fully
eyes.
about
My
to.
skin is
I
crying.
was fully about to break down at the end there with the.
No,
I
the
can hear your
death
voice
mask.
breaking.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
crying.
Death? You didn't say he died. He just had a nice time at the beach.
That's a good time at the
That's
beach.
what
Give me
that
a
scene
sword of charm.
implied. He's just having a
Yeah.
nice time at the beach.
Oh my god, I can't.
Well, thank you so much for listening to Power in the Dark, everybody. It has been a blast to run it for everybody. Man, I don't really have much more to say other than thanks for sticking in for this long
Thank you
episode.
all for watching.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you all
you.
for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations! Congratulations!
And goodbye.
Oh my